Alright, so we're going to paint the cape now. And the cape is Vallejo model color German gray. I think it came from, obviously it came from one of their World War II sets. They have little packets. I mean, you can buy the individual models, the individual bottles of model color, but they have these cool little packets, you know, named after World War II stuff, and it really is kind of, you know, especially if you're painting Imperial Guard, you know, one of those packets could totally just give you the colors that you need. Nice, you know, I don't know, it just goes on so nicely, the model color does. So anyway, you're going to paint all the fur in this German gray. Okay, so we're going to take our German gray, Vallejo model color German gray, and we're going to take our Vallejo model color stone gray. We're going to mix them about 50-50. About a drop each is what I put on my palette. Give it a stir with a drop of water. And it doesn't seem to be dark enough, so we are going to add another drop of stone gray. I mean, light enough, doesn't seem to be light enough. Okay. So, then we're going to take a crappy flat brush. Okay. And we're just going to go ahead and wipe about half of the paint content off of the brush, and then we're going to paint against the grain of the fur, if that makes any sense to you. Okay, the fur in this case is going up and down, so we're going left to right, and we're just going to go ahead and paint the whole cape like this. Okay, so I added another drop. I went ahead and finished the cape while you weren't looking. And then I added another drop of the stone gray, and I'm doing the exact same thing again. But if you'll notice, this time I'm not layering, or this is very similar to dry brushing, only there's much more paint on the brush than there is when you're dry brushing, and it's a lot nicer because it doesn't leave little stray chalky dust particles of paint everywhere, so to speak. Okay, so I didn't get in between the high spots in the cape, the folds in the cape, if you will. I got mostly just the high spots of the folds with this shade. Okay. And if you have this miniature, which I just found out it's discontinued, Games Workshop doesn't sell it anymore, but you can pick them up on eBay. I'm sure, you know, if your local game store doesn't have it stashed away, I'm sure another fantasy chaos player will have 1 or 2 or 5 of these. And he's called Crom the Conqueror. He's from an old, 2004 Storm of Chaos summer campaign. Alright, so I did not let much time elapse because I don't want this stuff to totally dry, but what we're using now is just pure stone gray. Stone gray has a slight really natural brownish hue to it. It is very much a light gray, but it has a real, you know, it says it in the name. Stone gray is very natural looking, very, very cool for well, stone, and also, you know, fur and beards and stuff like that. Beards and hair, you know, you got a wizard, you want his hair to look more natural than the cartoony, you know, blue undercoat with white on top. This is a really nice, is that in focus? Is it in focus there? My son's a cameraman for me, so I can paint a little better now. I still need to upgrade my camera. Okay, so there you have it. That's stone gray mixed with German gray. Don't forget to get the top up here, you know, when you're going through, and you can use these same steps on Chaos Warriors. I mean, this guy, by all intents and purposes, he's just a really detailed Chaos Warrior. So you could totally follow along with just a plastic Chaos Warrior. This miniature is very similar, and that's that. Okay, so it's Kron the Conqueror. Crom the Conqueror, just messing around. Okay, and he's got this furry cape here, and it has skin flaps all over it, not just on the inside. I'm using a foundation, Talon Flesh, or Talon Flesh, okay, and particularly back here. Now on the Chaos Warriors, I don't think any of them have this sort of thing going on. But this guy does. So we're getting the little skin flaps, the hide or whatever that's sticking out of the fur, and we're going to go ahead and paint it flesh color.